Hello, everybody. This is Shady here, and yeah, I'm going to talk about the announcement of the Alien Isolation sequel. Obviously, this is a couple days late, but yeah, on Monday, 7th of October, which is my birthday, it was the 10th year anniversary of the release of Alien Isolation. And then what looked like it was just going to be a pretty standard kind of, just tweet from Sega saying it's been 10 years. They went ahead and announced the sequel. So pretty badass, awesome news in my opinion. Obviously, yeah, if you guys haven't played the first game, a little rundown. So obviously Alien Isolation, as we know, yeah, came out 10 years ago. It was a cross-gen title, so, PS3, 360, PS4, Xbox One, and obviously PC as well. Basically, it was a kind of a prequel to Aliens. It was basically set in I think it was 50 years between Alien and Aliens. This is the time when Ellen Ripley is kind of in space, floating just before the start of Aliens, the second one. And her daughter, Amanda Ripley, is basically kind of, got a distress signal and is looking for a mother. And what's really cool is we basically got a awesome kind of first-person horror experience surrounded, in the style of the first Alien movie, essentially. So you just have one alien, you're exploring the Nostromo, I believe it was called. And you have some sort of puzzle elements and more of a slow-paced, stealthy game. You basically couldn't fight back against the alien. The most you can do is kind of just shoot it away, pretty much. And what made the game so amazing was it had this incredible AI. It was so advanced for the time. I'm not saying it was anything amazingly special, but they got the alien AI spot on. And you basically had to make sure you didn't make too much sound. Ran around like an idiot because the alien was going to get you. Obviously, the game, it wasn't always around, and you kind of knew when it was. You'd have the tracking device, which was another cool moment because you could just pull out the tracking device and kind of hear the beeps and everything. It really got the feel of Alien perfect, the look of the world, the sound behind everything. It was kind of amazing, but unfortunately, it came out at a time when horror games weren't quite doing as well, and it just never found the audience, unfortunately. But thankfully now, 10 years later, with the resurgence of Resident Evil, there's a lot of amazing indie horror games out there. We had Alan Wake 2 recently, and Silent Hill 2 has just come out, and obviously Konami doing more Silent Hill games moving forward. It's a time when horror games are kind of back at the forefront of gaming and have made a real resurgence. It kind of feels like we're back at the PS2 era with horror games. So obviously Sega thought, we'll give it another shot. So yeah, we're finally going to get a sequel. And obviously right now, I'm not too sure. I'm assuming Creative Assembly will probably be a part of it again. I'm not too sure if they're kind of still around as a studio. I think they typically make RTSs, don't they? I think is it the Total War series or something? I know that's done by Sega. I think they usually do those games. But yeah, they should still be around. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to see what they do. Obviously, there was a few issues with the first game that I had. I felt like the game, as great as it is, was a little too long. It was almost a 20-hour game from what I remember, which is just way too long for a horror game. You could tell the guys were massive fans of Alien. So they kind of loved the world, so they just wanted to make it a really long game. So I think, obviously, if you're a big fan of Alien, that's not a problem. Like me, it's I love the movies, pretty much all of them. I even like Alien Resurrection, believe it or not. But yeah, I think that's one thing though. Let's get that down a little bit. It doesn't need to be that long of a game. Also, there was not enough. They did this a little bit, but there was moments in the game where you would fight humans, as well as have the alien around. That was really cool. I'd like to see a little bit more of that. It'd be cool if they could kind of, maybe have more moments where the alien is kind of around as well, because it wasn't you know, it felt very kind of set piecey when the alien was around. And it'd be cool if it was, you know, it doesn't have to be too much like this, but kind of go from a little bit more like what Resident Evil 3, the original, did with Nemesis, where it was much more randomized. Like, I'd love to see that. Like, maybe like not everyone's playthrough or your playthrough won't be the same. Like, that would be a great way to kind of, you know, make the game or make the alien a bit more unpredictable. Like, we can have moments where it might just appear, it might not, you know. That'd be really cool. Also, you know, I think we need to be able to fight back the alien a little bit more, because it wasn't till like near the end till you got like the flamethrower where you could actually kind of shoot it away. So yeah, pretty much getting caught meant like a one shot pretty much, and it kind of made some areas a bit frustrating, in my opinion at least. So yeah, it'd be cool if like maybe, I don't know, you could create distractions or something like that maybe, which would be quite cool. But yeah, I mean, that's pretty much most of what I'd want. You know, a little bit shorter, a bit more options to kind of fight back against the alien, maybe a few more kind of mixed encounters and some randomization. I think that would be really cool. Some great added features anyway. Also, yeah, I'm not too sure how long we'd have to wait for this either. Yeah, I'm sure, I'm going to assume 2 to 3 years maybe. I think this is literally just the announcement, it's happening. There's no footage shown or anything. They're just like early development kind of working on it. But it's really exciting anyway. Yeah, it's just really great to see, you know, especially after, you know, when we had the Dead Space remake, and it was amazing. It was so frustrating finding out that EA decided not to do Dead Space 2. So I really hope they kind of reassess as well. Maybe think about doing Dead Space 2 remake, because the first one was amazing. You know, Silent Hill 2 remake right now is incredible. So yeah, it's just awesome to see horror games back, really. Not just that, but like pushing tech as well. I'm assuming this will probably use like some sort of Sega in-house engine as well. That for me is the most exciting part, just seeing how good it's going to look, because like the first Alien Isolation did look incredible at the time. What was great, obviously, you know, if you had well, there was a pretty decent last gen version. I think it was like 720p on locked 30, and then it was just a locked 30 1080p on the next gen systems, and obviously had better graphic fidelity and everything. But yeah, it was really awesome, and I'm so excited. Yeah, I just can't wait to like find out a bit more about it. And obviously, if you haven't played Alien Isolation yet, this is the perfect time. It is on like, I think it's on sale in basically all the stores. I know in Steam right now, like £6 you can get the complete version of the game. I completely forgot to mention there was some really cool DLC as well. So it's kind of like this survival mode, and one of the survival modes, you're basically playing on the ship in the first Alien game. So basically it's like, I think you have to survive for like an hour or something like that, or you have to do certain things. You basically have to get like the alien out of the chute or something like that, but you have to like, you know, you're basically in the area in the first game, and you get to see some of the characters and stuff. Really cool. And there's a bunch of other like survival mode things and maps and stuff. And yeah, all really cool. So yeah, you can just right now, if you're on PC, pick that up on Steam for like £6. You can basically run that and everything. Obviously, yeah, it is also like, you know, Xbox One, PS4, and it is backwards compatible, so you can pick it up on either one of them systems. I remember it was on Game Pass for quite a while. I don't know if it is still at the moment. But, I mean, you can get a cheap disc anyway, chuck it in either one of them systems. Weirdly enough, there's also a Switch version of the game, and it runs like, I think better than like the PS4 Xbox One version as well. Like, even though it's technically not as powerful hardware, they did like this, they managed to like get some kind of voodoo out there and get it to work. You can't get a physical version of that one, unfortunately, but it's like kind of the best console version, which is insane, on the Nintendo Switch of all things. And believe it or not, you can buy it on fucking ISO, so you can play it on your iPhone or iPad if you really want to. I'm not sure if it's available on Google, though. I imagine it probably is on the Android store as well. But yeah, you've got a multitude of ways to play the game, so definitely do it, because it is amazing. But yeah, anyway, that's pretty much all I have to say. So yeah, awesome news anyway. If you did like the video, like, subscribe, all that YouTube jazz, and I'll catch you in the next one. Have a great day.